the International Base Horaah, the Institute for Dayanim, Torah and Horaah, Parsha Shemos, 5784, issue 588. And this is the Parsha message. Dear reader, in the beginning of this week's Parsha we read, "And these are the names of the sons of Israel who came to Egypt with Yaakov, each man and his household came." Shemos 1:1. The Midrash in Shemos Rabbah 1:5 writes that the names hint to various facets of the redemption. The Midrash explains which facet of the Geula is hinted by each name and how each of the tribes contributed his part to the collective redemption. Predictably, the names Yisachar and Zevulun split their joint contribution. The Midrash writes, Yisachar, because the Holy One, blessed be He, paid their wages, Sachar, for their labor, the loot of Egypt and the loot at the sea, to fulfill what is written, afterward they will emerge with great wealth. Bereshit 15:14. Zevulun, because the Holy One, blessed be He, rested His divine presence in their midst, as it is stated, they shall make me a sanctuary, and I will dwell among them. Shemos 25:8. Zevulun is nothing other than the temple. As it is stated, I have built you an abode, Beit Zevul, a place for your dwelling forever. Malachim 1:8-13. Yisachar hints to the wages, the financial booty they took with them, that is, the financial redemption. And Zevulun hints to the spiritual redemption, building of the Mishkan and Beis Hamikdash. As we find in the Song of the Sea, you shall bring them and plant them on the mount of your heritage. Alright, you shall bring them and plant them on the mount of your heritage, directed toward your habitation, which you made, O Lord, the sanctuary, O Lord, which your hands founded. Shemos 15:17. Wouldn't we expect the opposite? Yisachar is the Talmid Chacham, who studies Torah all day. Shouldn't he allude toward the spiritual redemption, while Zevulun, who travels across the seas to generate income, to financially support Yisachar, be involved in the financial aspect? Interestingly, the lands each tribe received also seem to negate their essence. Yisachar, who is supposed to learn Torah, was given fertile lands and fields, while Zevulun, who was supposed to support him, received rivers and beaches, thus forcing him to eke out a living from traveling the high seas for business. Shouldn't Yisachar have been the poor pauper, while Zevulun rich? What sense does the Yisachar-Zevulun agreement make when the opposite is the case? Why should the poor Zevulun support the wealthy Yisachar? Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, Igros Moshe, Yeridea 4:37-16, points out that the Yisachar-Zevulun agreement dividing the merits of Torah study has nothing to do with charity and everything to do with the halachas of Torah study. Yisachar was a wealthy tribe, and according to the agreement, Zevulun would manage his finances so that Yisachar could learn Torah. Eventually, we learn in Divrei Hayamim 1:1233, Shoftim 5:14, that both tribes became proficient Torah scholars, regardless of their financial situation. Yisachar, despite his generous natural resources, and Zevulun, despite lacking thereof. Each person must invest in Torah study, regardless of his financial situation. Torah study has nothing to do with resources and abilities, only to dedication and determination, and a burning desire to build a heavenly abode for Hashem. Very nice. Is that it? Let's see. I don't want to skip anything out here. Yeah, that's it. Good.